What's good, family, man? You already know what time it is, man. Welcome back to Wild on Marcus. It's been entirely too long since I kicked it with you. How many of y'all said that with me? Like 4 or 5 people. Guys, it's too many of us. It should be more. But anyway, man, the only way you can say that is because you're new to the channel. And if you're new to the channel, smack the sub button, hit the bell, join one of the coolest families, if not the coolest family, growing, because we're constantly doing that, man. Shout out to the family, each and every last one who hit the bell and the button. Keep up with the videos, man. I love you guys. Going to have big things coming for the family, and I definitely want some of you guys to stay tuned. I said some of you guys. I want all of you guys to stay tuned, okay? Because I'm going to randomize some of the beautiful things that I'm going to do for this family, okay? And I want you to be a part of that. Now, what I got for y'all today, man? Well, before I get into it, how the family doing? Everybody doing good out there, man? I hope so, man. If not, send me something in the comments, man. Who we need to talk about? Who we need to talk about, man. We're going to talk about them so bad, their head going to start hurting. Why my hair? Because you pissed off one of my family members. We going to just talk about you until your hair hurt. But anyway, man, I got some more subscribe request content for y'all, man. This one right here is actually highly requested. It's Theo Von, me and Darryl Strawberry on the This Is Not Happening Uncensored Lounge. Guys, it's 19 minutes from the video, so I'm going to shut up and let it play. Good to see y'all. Let's get into the video.
So he starts saying, I got a gift for you. I got a gift. And I grew up in like a broken neighborhood. You know, I thought it was going to be his
I don't know him.
cock, you know? So I start practicing my like, see a cock, like, don't be interested faces.
What in the... No. Yo, that is crazy. No.
This podcast is called This Past Weekend, a Southern boy like me, Theo Von.
So I am 11 months sober, right? I'm a sober guy. Thank you. Appreciate it. I didn't want to be.
Wait a minute.
But this is what happened. I was in New York City, right? New York City, New York. They call it the same thing right back in front of each other just to really piss you off before you get there. It's like we heard you in the beginning, you know? But I was in New York City, east of Hoboken. And I hadn't planned on doing any cocaine. Okay?
This guy's funny already.
I planned on doing this much cocaine. That's a zero amount, you know? But apparently some cocaine had planned on getting together with me when it left its home that evening. So I went to this party, man, and my friends were at this party, and I felt uncomfortable when I got to this party. Probably because, like, when I really think back on my life, like, I've always just felt uncomfortable, you know? Like, I don't know what it is. Like, my whole life has just been this constant struggle with every moment. Like, I'm just wrestling with every second just to feel okay.
That's gotta be terrible.
Like, I don't even want to feel good. Just set me in the middle, you know?
Just set me in the middle, you know?
So I'm at this party, and I'm feeling how I feel regularly, uncomfortable. So I decided to have some drinks because my friends are alcoholics, and I'm competitive. So I have a couple tequilas, right? And tequila, let's be honest, like pouring Mexico right into your body, okay? I mean, make you jump a fence, make you buy a gun, make you run across a highway with your family, make you knock a woman up, make you knock a woman down, okay? Oh,
This dude's stupid, yo.
play, Janet, you know? So I had me a couple tequilas, and I was feeling alive, you know? I was feeling a little more comfortable. Now, at 1:30 in the morning, I left this party because at 6:30 a.m. I had to be on the nationally syndicated radio program, the Opie and Jim Norton radio show. And it's a wonderful show that tapes there in New York City, New York. And And those are two men that I really admire, you know? And admire is when somebody's better than you, but you still like them.
I admire a lot of people, bro.
It's an old-fashioned ideal. So, at 1:30 a.m., I get into this taxi cab, right? This beautiful Asian girl that I do not know gets into the taxi with me. We're both headed the same way. They call it sharing a taxi, okay? And this girl lays the back of her head right into my lap. And I'm thinking, fuck yeah, you know? New York's got these beautiful free Asian girls with every taxi ride. This is a marvelous accoutrement to the city, you know?
This is a marvelous accoutrement to the city.
Uber? No thank you. Taxi? You have won me back. So this girl's just laying in my lap, and she just starts reminiscing about her evening, you know? She said she had a nice evening, but that her boyfriend wasn't in town, that he's never in town. Then she goes, what happens in taxis stays in taxis. And I'm not the brightest, you know, bowl in the bowl drawer, you know?
I never heard nobody use that one, bro. That is all you, Theo.
Fuck, dude. You ever wander into a sentence, you're like, how do I get out of here?
I like this guy, man. He a realist. He tell it like it is, bro. I'm sorry, it really is something in my eye door getting on my neck. Can y'all see it? Blow for me, bro. Not you, bro. Like, sis, do that. Ah, yeah. Good job. I appreciate you, sweetie. Thank you.
But I'm looking around this vehicle after she says that, and I'm thinking, this is a taxi, you know? I mean, taxi me once, shame on me. So I'm feeling kind of cavalier after her statements, right? I go down to make a kiss, you know? This young lady's laying in my lap, I go down to make a kiss. Now, trying to kiss somebody that's laying in your lap, that's a beautiful idea. Until you get right here, okay? And then you're just milling around like a lip rapist, bruh.
With the broad to it like a lip rapist, bro.
I don't think James Bond could kiss a woman laying in his lap, okay? So she pushed me off of her. She called me a creep. She called me a pervert.
He said pervert. She called me a creep. She called me a pervert. A pervert.
Definitely not a creep. And then it was awkward for a few blocks until she got dropped off wherever she was going. I'm not sure even where it was. I think it was like a halfway house for complete cunts or something. And at that point, it's just me and the driver, you know? And I thought he said drugs. He could have said something else. English wasn't his first language. You know, he was bilingual. But I had drugs in my head, you know? And so I said, cocaine! Like I was Christopher Columbus, bruh. And we just landed on crack rock, you know? And I heard him accelerate that vehicle. And that's universal language for we're gonna get some cocaine. Because that's a...
Yeah, he said, yo, make no mistake. When I said that, the driver stepped on it. I didn't know what time it was.
Drug to me, you know? Weed is a confusing spice.
Wow.
I mean, weed will make you forget how to get home. Cocaine will make you forget how to get to heaven. So we just drove, man. We just drove, man. And we drove for about a half hour into like North Harlem, if that's even a place. I don't even know. But it was a dark neighborhood.
I like this guy.
And that's not a euphemism. All the street lights were busted out. So you couldn't tell that it was predominant.
That's not a euphemism. The street lights is busted.
Only black. But I grew up in a black neighborhood. I know when I'm back, you know? And we got there, man, and I gave this dude some money. He gets out of the vehicle, comes back a few minutes later with some cocaine on him, you know? But he sits in the back seat next to me. A little alarming, you know? Kind of like when you're in the air on a plane and you see the pilot taking a piss and you're like, what the fuck, dude? Is this spirit?
I ain't supposed to be seeing this.
But this beautiful gentleman scooped up a little bit of cocaine on a car key, put it under my nose, killed that baby, bruh. Then I scooped him one, and he killed his, man. And then, and just a couple of dueling cocainists. And we got high, man. We got high for about 40 minutes. Dude,
He said 40 minutes, bro.
I remember being so high at one point, I was like, dude, where the fuck is the driver, bro? And he didn't know. So we sat there, man. We continued to get high together, me and this beautiful gentleman. And he said Luigi, that was his name, Luigi. And I thought that was Spanish, you know, like that rare Italian Spanish. So
He said like that rare Italian Spanish.
I start saying my name in Spanish, Teodoro. Because I learned Spanish in Louisiana. And my whole life I thought Teodoro was Spanish for Theodore, which is my first name. About 6 months ago, this girl goes, that means I adore you. Wish you would have told me at some other point, you know? Because it's fine, right? It's fine to tell people you adore them when you meet them. But when you're an hour deep into an 8-ball with a man who keeps saying he's Luigi and you just keep saying, I adore you to him, 99% of the time, this don't end heterosexually. So...
What in the world, bro? No.
This is a long night, man. So he starts saying, I got a gift for you. I got a gift. And I grew up in like a broken neighborhood. You know, I thought it was going to be his cock, you know? So I
He said this at the beginning. Okay.
started practicing my like, see a cock, like, don't be interested faces. So I'm running.
Yo, what the? Hey, yo, bro, I'm sorry, bro. But if you have to go through something like that, man, that is rough, man. That's rough, man. Theo, man, he was put through a tough period, bro.
Through the Rolodex of no cock for me faces. And then he keeps saying, I got a gift, I got a gift for you. Then I'm thinking it's like a thing on his phone, you know, like a GIF, you know? Like a disappointed walrus, you know? Like, Monday. But then I hear on the taxi door, and I'm like, who knocks on a car door, dude? Come in or just be out there.
Straight up.
Were you raised in a house with car doors in it? So I'm like, come in. Because now I got to live in this shit universe they created by knocking. And a toot gets in, a prostitute, you know?
You said a toot. I did not know that was a nickname for them joints, bro. Shout out to Theo. He a beep. You know, he be knowing.
A toot. You can't say pros. Pros is somebody that have a prosthetic, you know? And a toot get mad if you call them a pros if they got everything, you know? So I'm being politically correct and I'm saying this too, you know, and I respect prostitutes. I respect all women, you know, whether they're a president or a prostitute, I respect them, man. You know, prostitute, probably a tougher job, let's be honest these days, dude. You out there middle of the night, slanging that canal, you know?
Slanging in the canal. What in the world?
A lot of men are gay, market shares decline. So I respect prostitutes, man, but I don't want to deal with a prostitute tonight. I just want to do cocaine with my adorable buddy, Louis. You know? And this prostitute, man, she had like she had a wig that covered, you could see about 60% of her face, okay? And to me, it looked like a man's face, right? Which is fine, you know? No judgment there. I'm just saying, if I were on a game show called Guess 60% of this person's face, I would guess man first. But so we're all back there getting high together, and this prostitute starts making advances towards me. And I don't want a prostitute. So I start feeling uncomfortable, which is where I live at most of the time, so it only took me about half a lung to get there, you know? So I get out of the taxi into the street in North Harlem, right? Luigi comes out after me, because that's new friendship. And he's like, $100, $100, $100. So I give him $100. I'm thinking he's gonna pay this too. She'll go on about her business. We'll get back to, friendship.
Friendship.
I look over a minute later, they're kissing on each other's necks, okay? He's investing my $100 back here with this prostitute. I still have a $240 meter on the front of this taxi, right? So I'm out $360, not even in the vehicle. Unfair. But I deal with my negative feelings outside of the car, so I don't bring negative energy back into the vehicle, right? Then I get back into the taxi, but now I'm sitting in the front passenger seat, right? You can hear Luigi and the toot in the back. So you can hear the light rustlings of a blowjob, kind of just simmering up into existence. A good blowjob, too. It sounds like, one you see on the internet.
Pronunciation is crazy as
Sound like somebody's at a water park. And I respect what they're doing, man. But I still want to do cocaine by myself, right? So now I'm trying to be considerate and quietly do cocaine by myself, right? Just the softest little cokehead you ever met, dude. Just like a newborn rabbit just hopping upon a gram, At one point, I was leaning my head back and just quietly dumping cocaine into the bottom of my nose. It was awesome, bro. Luigi's in the back, dude. He's at the water park, bro. He got that all-day wristband, dude. He don't give a fuck about me. He goes, you drive. And this is when I knew I had a problem, man. Not specifically with drugs and alcohol, but with the way that I behave when I'm on drugs and alcohol. When I moved over into the driver's seat of this taxi, right, put on my seatbelt, I remember asking them to put their seatbelt on, but they don't even make a seatbelt for all that activity, We need seatbelt reform. I've been saying this. And I started this vehicle, and I drove us all.
Need seatbelt reform. I've been saying this.
In North Harlem, man. At 4:15 in the morning, just driving. Drove for probably about 20 minutes. Didn't know where I was. My brain's like, damn, dude, you're lost. It's 4:30 in the morning, man. You're high on cocaine. But at least you're working. At least you're out here making money for your family, okay? I don't have a family, dude. More importantly, I don't drive taxi, bro. But then my brain also goes, but man, you don't have a commercial driver's license. As if that was going to be an issue when the cop stops us. There's empty cocaine bags everywhere, right? Look like I've been washing my face with powdered donuts. There's sex crimes in the backseat, potentially gay sex crimes in the backseat. And that officer's just gonna be like, that's all for naught, young soldier. You don't have a chauffeur's certificate. But that's what got me to pull over, man. I pulled over, I left a couple $100 on that car seat. I started walking off, man. I walked about 3 blocks, got into a regular taxi, right?
A regular taxi.
I even made him pop the trunk just to make sure that spare tire wasn't shooting up in the back, you know? I get to my hotel, it's 5:30 in the morning. And in 1 hour, I got to be on the nationally syndicated radio program, the Opie and Jim Norton radio show, 2 men that I really admire. So I finished doing my cocaine. Because you can't not finish your cocaine.
Yo, they got an hour left, bro. Like, anyway.
Hey, dude. Try to
Say no, people.
not finish your cocaine. I will watch you try. What do they put in it? Cigarettes? I took 3 showers in 10 minutes, son. And dried off after each one, bro. You don't know me. Then I start walking to the radio station, right? It's 5 blocks. To the Sirius building. Halfway there, I realized that I have on jeans with sweatpants over them. Something I've never worn before, because nobody's ever worn it. I'm the Neil Armstrong of pants this morning. I get up to the radio station, they tell me I gotta be in the air for 3 hours. There's 1 million listeners, right? I can't feel my face with either hand. Highest I can feel my neck. Running on neck thoughts. And the other guest for the day is Darryl Strawberry. Yeah. Who's in the Hall of Fame. He's a Hall of Fame baseball player, and he's in the Hall of Fame for cocaine. Wasn't an 8-ball this beautiful man couldn't hit, right? And bless his heart, man, he's 13 years sober, and he's eloquent and successful and well put together. And he was some of these ideas that maybe I envision myself as, but this morning I'm showing up, you know, nothing like that, you know? So it just made me think like, dude, you gotta tighten up, you know? And I'll say this too about Darryl Strawberry, man. I have big nostrils. Darryl Strawberry got the biggest nostrils you ever seen. I'm not saying it to shame him. It's not an ethnic thing. This man got dead stars at the bottom of his nose, okay? And I just say it so that you understand he didn't stand a chance against a fine powder. This beautiful man could kill a spice rack from 70 feet away, okay? Take that, nutmeg. What you looking at, coriander? But on this day, he was everything I needed to see, you know? So that's when I got sober, and now I've been sober for 11 months. And I'm Theo Von. Thank you for having me. You guys be good.
Hey, yo, nice one, Theo, man. Yeah, Theo, a round of applause, man. Theo Von, man, what a story, guys. I don't know if y'all know, man, but a lot of the content, if not all, to my understanding, this isn't a part of these comedians' act. I don't even know if he's a comedian, but he's definitely a comedian because he's funny. This is my first time hearing of him and doing something about him, but a lot of this act on the This Is Not Happening Lounge be based on true stories, to my understanding. And if that's the case, man, wow. Life is tricky, and it is crazy, man. I really enjoy it. If you did, man, you feel like I felt, make sure you thumb that joint out, pass it around, man, put a laugh in somebody's life. I really appreciate you for taking the time out to watch this with me and have a laugh with me. But you already know, man, it's the worst part of the video. It's the time where I got to go to get some more, man. It's the part where I got to go to get some more. I got more subscriber request content to get into, and I can't wait to get it to the family. I'll see y'all soon, man. Thanks for tuning in. Boop, boop. Latest, family. I love y'all. Leave me something in the comments.
Niggas hating on the kid, I guess it's cause I'm vicious. Rolling up in something new and taking all the bitches. How you get your car that tone, that shit is so prestigious. I would compliment your shit, but I would really mean it. Niggas hating on the kid, I guess it's cause I'm vicious.